Hello, Vanakkam, Luxmihassan friends. My name is Balan Mahadevan, here again. Today I'm going to talk about super visa and travel insurance. I'm going to meet Mr. Luxmihassan Rasappah. He's been in the industry for 2 decades almost. He's the founder of worldtravelinsurance.ca. You may have questions about super visa and who can travel on that and how long they can stay here and how many times they can travel to Canada, any assets they're going to have. You need travel insurance. All these questions, I'm going to talk to him and you may get the answers for that. Let's get into that and talk to him. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. All right. Hi, Lucky. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to talk to you at this moment. Can you please tell us briefly about yourself before we get into the questions?
Actually, my name is a pretty long name I have, Luxmihassan Rasappah, but everybody knows me as Lucky, and I don't know I'm lucky enough. I'm in the financial industry for last 21 years, and I become now a universal financial literatures expert right now. So I'm helping a lot of family in Canada and also other part of the world.
Good.
And also potential that I have, and I'm working also 2 more credential to get in next few months.
Nice to know that. Okay, let's get into super visa and travel insurance. That's our core topic today.
Okay.
Tell us about super visa, briefly.
Super visa is parents or grandparents reunion with their family in Canada. This is introduced a few years back by government of Canada. And actually, it's a very powerful way of coming to Canada because it allow people to come and stay 2 years consistently. Then they could go back probably in a week or two. Then they could come back another 2 years. So they could even live 10 years because that visa actually allowed 10 years to live in Canada.
Right. What are the conditions or requirements to apply for? Like if I sponsor my parents on the super visa, what I have to do and what my parents have to do, like responsibilities for both parties. Can you tell us about that?
Person who's sponsoring in Canada, they have to have certain income,
Okay.
first of all, and depends on how many dependent they have also. Okay, that's the first requirement. They have to have certain income. Plus, they have to support if the parents or grandparents coming to live here, they need to show that they could support financially and also say shelter wise. I'm talking about, right? So, in a nutshell, and they also have to be a permanent resident or Canadian citizen. People who are in back home, they also have to show they are the parents or grandparents of people who sponsor here. And also, in order to get super visa, they have to have certain document had to be shown, and also they have to get super visa insurance. That's mandatorily. At least minimum coverage is 100,000. It's a medical insurance basically. Also, they have to make sure that they follow the instruction and the guidance of the super visa.
The parents have to have any assets in their countries?
For the super visa, no, they don't
No.
need to be.
Okay.
No.
All right. This super visa insurance is different from travel insurance, or is it both the same?
Travel insurance is basically visitor to Canada. How they consider that super visa is visitor to Canada, but the super visa requirement is they have to have 1 year value valued super visa insurance, means travel insurance.
Okay.
So basically, some people come to Canada for 6 months, 3 months, but that's period of time. But this one, that they want to go back earlier, but they have to purchase a yearly travel insurance.
Right. 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 So, is there any age limit for the parents or grandparents to come in here?
There is no age limit for this, okay? And I will say I'm not an immigration consultant or lawyer, but there's no age limit. But you could do some research on an immigration website, Canadian immigration website, or they could consult with the immigration consultant or lawyer to see their age limit also.
Right. Do you know anything about the health condition that affects their travel? Like if they have certain disease, they're not going to give the super visa to the parents. Any
Okay.
idea?
Super visa, okay, basically the medical condition they need to consider when they buy travel insurance, means the super visa insurance, okay? They have a lot of older client have some type of medical issues, definitely, because they might have diabetic, they might be high blood pressure, they might have cancer, maybe 2 years back, 3 years back. They might have kidney replacement. So all these things. So we have actually a company have 8 travel insurance company that very flexible based on the age, based on the medical condition of some older clients, and it's can be done up to age 89.
Okay.
Some other circumstances we could even go beyond that, but depends on based on the medical history.
Right. But that won't affect the visa process, right? Their health condition?
No,
No. Okay.
because only in travel insurance when they buy, that's going to be most affected part if
Right.
they are not medically fit enough.
Okay. Once
Because
they
without
land,
medical insurance, their travel they cannot travel to Canada, right? So
all right, cool. Once they land in here, you said 2 years they can stay here. Like, can they extend their stay after 2 years?
because of this pandemic now, people are staying a little bit longer than 2 years now because of this situation, the
Okay.
COVID situation.
Mm-hmm.
But the requirement is they have to go back after 2 years.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the mandatory requirement. They have to go back. They could even leave one day, go to their country, can come back next day if they want to. But they have to leave the country after 2 years, before 2 years, within a 2 years time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Um, any safety tips like for the applicants, like where they can contact, any issues with that, how they can protect themselves, any safety tips you want to share with them?
I will advise them they should be consulting with immigration consultant. There's a lot of immigration consultant throughout different province, different cities, and also you could consult with immigration lawyers, right? I'm not an immigration lawyer, or I'm not an immigration consultant on that part.
Mm-hmm.
But if it comes to travel insurance, on a super visa travel insurance, then we have the expertise to guide them what type of insurance they need to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what, here, if you go to the hospital, any test you do, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Because I know a lot of people have health card here, but they don't know how much it's going to cost them because it's all free here.
Right.
But if it comes to foreigners, if you really go and admit in ICU or something, average $3,500 to $7,000 per day And in case if they do any surgery, there's top of that.
Okay, okay.
So it's a big cost. That's why I said there's a minimum requirement for super visa is 100,000. But I encourage buy a little bit more if you wants to, because you never know if something goes wrong. And I have a lot of experience because clients even paid from their pocket more than 100,000 because certain condition will be cost a lot of money.
Right, right. So your expertise in travel insurance. So you're gonna provide things on based on that. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
we have a website. It's called worldtravelinsurance.ca, and
okay.
we have a 1-800 number if you want, and you could post it on there too, because it's going to help you. Because we are broker, we are not working for one company. We have many company access to, and we could help them, get the better rate based on medical condition, based on, we have also plans like monthly plan, because people cannot pay annually because it's a lot of it. Sometimes it's expensive. They cannot afford to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have monthly plans, like they could go based by month by month. So we have monthly plans, so it's also affordable to them.
Right.
So we have very flexible plans to these clients that they want to purchase super visa insurance.
Right. Any financial advice you want to provide to the newcomers on Super Visa?
I also want to tell you, if the person lived more than 183 days, person who came from overseas and
Mm-hmm.
living in there, they could also do their income tax. That's a financial tips I want to give. And also, if the person who sponsor this person, they could claim caregiver amount. If they are more than 65 and above, they could claim a caregiver amount. Or if they are single, if the person who sponsor he is a single person, he could even claim, if it's a parents or grandparents, they could even claim eligible dependent on their taxes. So they could get a high tax credit and they could get more refund.
Right.
And also the person who came to Canada, he could also file income tax. If you need more detail, you could contact me and I could guide you. A lot of people missing that. So you could also save some money. I know you're sponsoring and you already spend a lot of money towards sponsoring them. But if you want to get some money back, try to get a temporary social insurance number for the person who came from overseas. And then you could file a tax return for them.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, people who coming from overseas, they don't have enough income. So basically, it's they have a personal amount. So, and also the person who sponsor here, he could claim, depends on this couple of personal amount of the person who's here.
Mm-hmm.
They could claim as an eligible dependent, or um, uh, as a dependent, he could claim it and get some tax refund.
Right. Okay. The eligibility income. Do you have any idea about that? The person who is going to sponsor?
It's in the Canadian immigration website.
Okay.
It depends on the person who's sponsoring. If he's wife and himself, wife or spouse, I will say spouse, uh, and he have any children also, it add as a dependent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and also whoever is sponsoring, that's also adding towards to the dependent. So it depends on that. They have to show income. So it's not a right answer there, but you could check on a website. If you even Google it, how much income you need to sponsor your parents, and you could say, and it will give you a chart, and it will tell you what threshold income you should have to sponsor your parents or grandparents.
Right. The people can travel any number of times on the super visa category, right? Like, is there any limit on that?
Okay, that's a very nice question you asked me. Okay, the super visa allow 10 years to live in Canada,
Okay.
but 10 years, but they have to go after within 2 years. They have to go back. They will give you 2 years to live. Before that 2 years finish, they have to go back and then come back. Say they could stay another 2 years and go back. So that like that, they could even live here for 10 years. I have plenty of clients sponsor their parents, they are living here because in overseas they don't have any children to look after them, so the children are looking after them. So that's a nice way of doing it, because rather than they're doing as family sponsors take a long process, this one is much quicker.
Right. So can they become citizen like once?
If you comes as a super visa, the immigration doesn't allow to become a citizen.
Okay.
That's the requirement. When they taking them here, that's the promise they get from the person who traveling
All
to
right.
Canada.
Cool. Okay. What's your thoughts? Like, what's your the last statement? If we go to that.
The final conclusion, I will say, what this is a very good way of coming to Canada, and they could see how the Canada system works, and they could be with their children or grandchildren. It's a very good way of coming, an easy way to come in. There's not big requirement to be shown, like they have to show assets to come in. No, um, it's not. There's plenty of opportunity to come in here because of super visa is a door opener. Honestly, since they launched this, is a door opener for people to come to Canada, and a lot of Asians and other part of the world, they're coming in, and they reunion with their children, grandchildren, even great grandchildren. So why I'm saying this is the best opportunity to come into Canada, and Canada is it's a very nice country to live in.
Thank you so much, Lucky, for your time. It's really informative. I hope our viewers would like your presentation. Thanks again for your time.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me, and I really appreciate. And if you guys need any help, I'm willing to help you, because my advice at least influence some people. I'll be glad that at least someone has got help from my advice.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Okay.